Terms and connectors searches allow you to restrict your search with specific parameters, either looking within a specific segment of a document, looking for various forms of a word, searching for terms within a certain proximity of one another, or when you want to use a feature like the @least command. Nexis uses natural language to search by default. If your search includes a connector that you did not include as a quoted phrase, Nexis will automatically run the search as a terms and connectors search. The home page has a search assistant that will intuitively help you search for exact company names, people, or publication names. The most basic building block for terms and connectors is the within connector. This can be expressed a couple of different ways, either /n or w/n, where the n equals a number, such as w/10. The terms entered mean the following. The phrase amusement park must be within 10 words of some form of the word liability. This will find liable or liability. Both would be important terms, and you would accept one or the other. It is possible to add a layer of complexity to the search, as many expert-level researchers are interested in performing. For instance, assume that you would be interested in not just finding references to an amusement park, but instead you realize that a theme park would be an equally acceptable term. Perhaps instead your search would look like this. As you can see, results of this search are slightly larger than that of the previous search. That is because, in this instance, the system is looking for either amusement or theme within 2 words of park, and for park to be within 10 words of some form of the word liability. Clearly, a researcher will get a wider result set than before, but still maintains the control over the proximity of the terms. They do this because they suspect that only documents that have these words in a close proximity would be relevant to what they are looking into. If amusement shows up several paragraphs away from park, that means they are less likely to find documents that talk about amusement parks. As you can see, the terms in this story are close to each other and meet the criteria we are interested in. By using a terms and connectors search and making use of the search logic, you have gotten very useful results that truly discuss the issue you were researching. It's important to note that Nexis counts noise words in a terms and connectors search. Noise words are small words like is, the, as, and so on. With the varying amount of noise words in a given document, it is important to be able to take that into account when conducting a search using terms and connectors. Unless you are using parentheses, terms and connectors are processed in the following order: or, proximity connectors, and not. Using quotation marks turns off the Nexis functionality that automatically finds singular, plurals, and variations of terms. Now that you have seen a brief display of how terms and connectors search logic works, you can begin building precise searches that meet a specific criteria to pull up the documents you need.